What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Eli Pulls, man, and we're back with another gaming video for you, your cousin, your mama, your grandmother, your spouse, as far as I care. But anywho, if you're a returning viewer, I appreciate y'all coming back to me, watching my videos. And if you're new here, I hope you enjoyed the video today, and maybe you could stick around with us for a second. I'm still a smaller YouTuber, so I appreciate anybody that comes and supports me in my endeavors and all that. But anywho, to double check, today we're playing the demo. So this is not the full game, so I don't know necessarily how far it's going to take us, but we're playing a demo of a game called NORCO. I had seen on Steam today. It seemed pretty decent, and I noticed that it had one. I forgot what the rewards was for, but I know it had won a couple rewards, so I'm interested in seeing what the game is about. As far as I read, that we're in a declining suburb, so basically the suburb is becoming a hood from what I'm picking out from it. And yeah, so let's get into the game. Warning: this game features flashing lights that may trigger seizures in people with photosensitive epilepsy. I don't know about y'all, but anytime I read like those warnings about like the epilepsy, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I low-key be getting scared, because I'm like, what if I have that junk and it just, God forbid, triggers? Like, God forbid, please, I ain't trying to jinx myself, but I always be wondering that, like, how do you know you have that? Okay, Norco, Louisiana. Our location. Shield hid the stars behind halogen, and flame projected onto the sky every night. There was no such thing as silence. The noise never went away. The refinery exhaled on endless sigh. So I guess they're explaining the refinery as like a living creature almost. Because what exhaled? What?
Exhaled.
I forgot the definition of that word, but I believe that's kind of like exhaled. I'm pronouncing that wrong. The refinery exhaled on endless side. So yeah, hey, personification right there. I can never sleep, it was so loud. I still can't sleep without that sound. I don't like neither of these answers, cause I can never sleep, it was so loud. I can fall asleep during, that's which is a gift and a curse. I'm not no sound sleeper. I can sleep through some crap. I still can't sleep without that sound. Now I don't know about that. You saying you want to hear the noise to go to sleep. I'ma go with I can never sleep, it was so loud. I feel like that makes more sense on the perspective if you're not a sound sleeper. But if you are, yeah. In your dreams, the towers were grand cathedrals, places of worship. The swamp hid behind mirrors like spies. So I guess we're still talking about the oil refinery. The birds transformed into radiant spears and traced omens above the highway belight. In the world. See, now there when game like this start getting weird. What is Shorty doing up in the corner like that?
Give me your coochie!
Like, y'all, tell me what y'all doing. If y'all just on the train, la la la, you look to the left and you just see a fat face staring back at you up in the sky.
Oh my God! Oh,
I wouldn't know what to do, and honestly, I probably think it was God until the fact that I see some fire up in the eye. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. You spent your adolescence, I'll start praying though. You spent your adolescence sleepwalking between little devastating rituals through. Though Blake pleaded, you decided to leave. It said, though Blake pleaded, you decided to leave. So you spent your adolescence sleepwalking between little devastating rituals. What could be devastating rituals? Like getting into fights, smoking weed, I don't know. I'm gonna need a little bit more than that. This one of them games I can already tell you gonna have to use all your brain cells, all your IQ in one go. And then it says, though Blake pleaded, you decided to leave. So whoever Blake was, they wanted us to stay. I knew he'd get over it. I didn't care. Well, from what I'm reading, if somebody pleaded and you left, that don't necessarily mean you don't care though. But it also got to come down to the fact, like, bro pleaded. Like, you couldn't take Blake. I knew he'd get over it. Nah, you can't say if you can't say that. I say I didn't care if that's the case. Because if I'm leaving, I'm leaving, and you care enough about me that you're pleading to me, that means I don't care about you or I have intentions of coming back. It seemed like bro just didn't give a freak about none of that. But for a while you did. So whoever this narrator is, they're saying that we did care about Blake, I guess. You called out on a grainer to Chicago, and onward to the West Coast. You never left Louisiana. Thought you'd never return. Okay, first of all, so I assume a grainer is like the train that they showing right here, because I don't know the terminology of no freaking train. So I assume they talking about that. But what I'm confused about, it said a grainer to Chicago and onward to the West Coast. So you basically looped around America. You went to Chicago and then all the way back to the West Coast. That's interesting. And then it said, and then this part that Loki called me too. It says you'd never left Louisiana and thought you'd never return. You'd never left Louisiana and thought you'd never return. You'd never left Louisiana and thought you'd never return. Dang, so they don't like Louisiana then. Basically they saying you left your hometown, and I guess maybe you had intentions of returning. I don't know. You thought the ghost of the lowlands wouldn't find you hiding along the road. So I guess the ghost of the lowlands is the face up in the sky.
Give me your coochie!
Never thought the ghost of the lowlands wouldn't find you hiding along the road. I guess it did, because this ghost is following your jump. The years carried you through overlit suburbs of the vast American limbo, across mountains, above cell towers. I like how they explain it, like just everyday stuff in such a profound type of way. And I like the attention to detail they give and stuff. Like that cell tower looks like a futuristic penthouse. Thumbing down 99, you saw an old man crouching a roadside dish. He was mouthing your name. He had a familiar gaze. He was gone when you wiped the sleep from your eyes. Creepy old man.
You sussy baka!
You spoke to Blake, learning of your mother's declining health, her amnesia, her erotic behavior. So basically, we left Louisiana, presumably. I'm using big words right now. This game got me going into big brain Eli mode. So, presumably, because I guess we didn't enjoy sleeping by the sound of the house. So then when we left, Blake pleaded that we didn't leave. Blake, I would assume, is our brother, because how will he have contact to our mother? Then Blake, as we're on the road, and I guess we started experiencing world outside of Louisiana, Blake hit us up like, yo, mama ain't doing too well. And now I guess let's see how that affects our character. You ignored the urgency in your brother's voice. And what I say, I guess big brain Eli mode. That I knew this had to be our brother. And how you gonna ignore that? Your mama is not doing so hot. By and by, you made your way east. And I guess that's us, emotionless, heartless. You threw your phone into the Rio Grande. You joined the armies of the Massa. We get, the one thing I can say, at least we had a well-rounded life. But you gonna leave your mama like that though? And your brother Blake? That's jacked up. For months, you were in the company of fugitives. You slept in nuclear tunnels, repairing engines and weaponry. Okay, finally we get some animation. Oh, heck, you know. They got you up in the desert messing with, man, them boys. The war was a meme that set Albuquerque on fire. What? You escaped while the foot soldiers of a pop-up junta bloodied the parched land. That's pretty jacked up. While hiding in the berth of a Freightliner. They using all these terms that you gotta know a person, know some person, know a person to know a person to know. Cause a berth of a Freightliner. I prayed, I slept, I forgot, I prayed. That's the type of man I am. You held the cross around your neck and mouthed a prayer to God. You called home from a landline in a motel somewhere beyond Texas. You knew from Blake's hello that your mother was already dead. What is our character doing, bro? Like, on this channel, we done played a lot of like these pointing and clicking games now. And every time I play these games, I always like to put my like type of personality and stuff into it. But then the weird part about doing that is when people do stuff that I wouldn't personally do, kind of blow my jump. I'm the type of person, first of all, I wouldn't even left my brother Blake or my mama by them, stuff like that. And if I were to, I'm returning. Bro's just gonna leave, dump his phone in the Rio Grande. Then when you down on your butt, you call back and then you find out your mama dead. But from what everything that just happened, it don't seem like our character don't really care too much about that. So let's see what they on. You called home from a landline in a motel somewhere beyond Texas. You knew from Blake's hello that you... Oh, wait, I already read that part. You hung up, shouldered your bag, returned to the highway. You just joined the army and you were so... And it was so easy for you to leave. What army he joined? 5 years had passed. The ghosts were calling you back home. So I guess the ghost is his regret, or maybe... I don't know. Act 1. Remember, this is just the demo, so I don't know how far this is going to take us. Act 1, Lowland Ghost. Oh, we was dreaming. One heck of a dream you was having. You awake from a delirious dream to find yourself in your childhood bedroom. Or maybe this is the dream I'm kind of confused. So, is this a dream inside of a dream? Monkey watches you from the corner. Man, that monkey look bogus. What does you mind map? Click on that real quick. You. Dang, our mind is dark, ain't it? You, we're traveling our home again. Finished off. Boy, this game got some innerings in it, don't it? Because our mind, that's our mind map, and that thing was dark. Let's look at our monkey. Oh my goodness. Monkey, your best friend, a childhood gift. I don't want to know if that was my childhood gift. You conserved with him. Wait, you conversed, yeah. You conversed with him often with things when things got difficult, but then you left. He sat here for 5 years collecting dust. Dang. 5 years, his eyes filled with anger as he challenged you to return his gaze. Man, screw what you talking about. You a whole monkey.
I won't fuck with y'all holding up.
Staring contest part 1. Glyphs. Glyphs will appear on the screen and flash in a specific sequence. Once the sequence is complete, you must select the glyphs in the correct order to watch the monkey's gaze. Okay. Ready? Let's do it. Let's do it. Bozo. You successfully met Monkey's gaze with a cool assurance. However, his expression is unchanged. Yeah, bro's a gangster. You stare stare more intensely. Staring contest part 2, rings. Let's do it. Circles will appear over monkey's eyes and an outer ring will shrink to the perimeter of the circle. Click the circle when the outer ring looks into place. Okay, ready, let's do it. Oh, that's easy. Anger melts from monkey's face. Take monkey. You can come here and roll with us even though you was trying to burn our face off with that glance. You drape monkey over your shoulder. Yep, now monkey's with us. Monkey stares at you, you stare at monkey. Keep staring. He stares with more intensity until his gaze passes through you. You became invisible to him. Keep staring. Little circles of light pull in the doll's tired eyes as you watch that infinite space beyond your being. Man, this game is deep about every little thing. You fart too hard, they get to explain this stuff. The smell, the stench. Is it real? Is it what I thought it would be? Is it me? Is it you? Is it us? Why are we here? Why does it smell so bad? The air that hangs between your eyes and his is a vacuum of utter stillness. You look away. Dang, monkey on some next level stuff, bro. The laptop your parent gifted you items on a shooty particle board desk. Yeah, I know that mug got some particles on it. Wake laptop. Let's wake it up. As the screen illuminates, you notice that the signal... Be back in it. As the screen illuminates, you notice that the signal in the house is dead. No internet. I've been through that before. Them no internet days be crazy days. First of all, hold on, my cursor thing is tweaking. I guess it just has to be like that. I'm sorry, y'all, if the cursor looks like jacked up for y'all too. It looks like Blake was using the computer at some point. He left a browser tab open. Let's see what the tab is. So I'm kind of confused. Did we go home or... First, this is what I'm confused about. Are we like... Were we dreaming about everything that happened? Like us leaving Louisiana and everything going crazy like that? Or is this us, like, we're still out of Louisiana and we're dreaming about being back home and stuff like that? That's what I'm confused about. But anywho, this is what Blake had opened. Just like the name sounds, full of lunatics. Apps a way of getting you to join a cult. Worse than them people living in the mall and you can trade that coin they use on hardly any exchanges because everyone knew it's a GD Ponzi scheme. What is he looking at? My eyes won't do a thing about skills, but they'll ban you on the spot for using a naughty word. Place is a joke. Clearness, nothing but celebs, libs, and bots. Seen the exact thing, OP, still there, seen at the base of the upper sunction. What is they talking about? Bro, on these chat rooms with people that... I don't know how people can do all them chat rooms and stuff. Like, I can't argue over nobody on the internet. Like, where do you get from that? Laptop your parent gifted, blah, blah, blah. We good on that. Let's look at the window. Core generate error spills through the open window. The low sun watches over the neighborhood. Small... Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to grab my water. The low sun watches over the neighborhood. A small flock of blackbirds dissolves into the tree line towards the lake. Commuter traffic glints along Apple Street as a pair of wrens weave out of the overgrown lot next door. So, I wonder, is this a real location in Louisiana? Okay, let's look at our plant, I guess. You assume Million has been keeping the plants alive. I guess so, because the plan looked pretty healthy to me. A flyer from a show your friend put on a few weeks before you left town. A fight broke out while one of the opening bands played. I got whipped in the face with a bike chain. Dang, I was outside. So I get to decide what happened to our character. I got whipped in the face with a bike chain, so I guess that would be a contributor to why she would want to leave Louisiana. So I guess I'll just say I was outside. You didn't feel like being around crowds that night. After the show, you and Blake shot fireworks from the roof of a hotel on Pateris Street. Sleepless and sober, the two of you walked back to the NORCO. You watched the sun climb over the grain elevators. They out there living life. And then what else can we look at? I guess the sticker. The sticker from grade school, a half peeled from the window. Gotta love that. Got some books. Among the books on the shelf is a pamphlet called Chris's LARPing. Yeah, might as well read it. Crisis LARPing. I'm over here. My bad, y'all. The proto-disaster tourism began almost as soon as the floodwaters left. Punks from across the country ventured into the 9th Ward, gently Saint Bernard, I believe, and finally the East. They created a theatrical self-portrait of their lives in the ruins. The aesthetics of disasters were central to that emerging milieu. It began to percolate into popular culture. Collapse became the Zitigus. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Wise investors recuperated the experience of the disaster. New Orleans became a plastic dystopia, a marketplace for crisis. They dropping some bombs on me. I ain't gonna lie, they just own it. Just a ton of bombs they dropping. And half of them I'm probably not even picking up on. If I'm being completely honest, I know they probably just saying some junk. Pretty chill living room. Cross. Okay, so we are a religious family. What can we say? Living room is pretty chill. Can't complain about it. Front yard, bedroom, kitchen. Let's see what's the couch talking about. Memories of sleepless twilights. The dull refinery hum is in the red. Hooligan half darkness. Your mom sitting here staring through the window. There was a tension in her demeanor on those nights, as if you were interrupting some urgent and obligatory task. You'd continue to the kitchen with no words exchanged. But those nights were rare. I thought she hated me. Those nights was rare. Don't be the nights though. Like, I'm messing with the vibe of this game, bro. Remind a brother of his childhood. You know what I'm saying? It's just sun setting beautifully. Music wasn't playing technically, but I swear the song that's playing up in this is the song that you heard, you know what I'm saying, on a day like this. The sun setting is beautiful, chatter going on in the house. Don't even got central area, y'all still got the air conditioner. But those was days for real. This game is giving me nostalgia. Not for a lot of this stuff though. But I'm talking about for this living room thing though, yeah, I'm feeling that. Many of them you simply don't remember. Music. That sounded pretty good. Can't even lie to you. Let's see what that TV talking about. Television. Well, I could turn it on. You turn on the television. A chaotic distortion of your mother's memories flash before you. So did we die or something? I'm actually confused on what's going on. Let's tune in. What in the world? Oh, heck, I ain't signed up for all that now. We went for a vibe into whatever this is. So this is our mother's chaotic memories. Seems like she been through some stuff. Nah, that ain't chaotic. That's just the highway. Which can be chaotic, so let me take that back. Literally, that's how it is by my school. Just the oil refinery place. Them things be looking like mini cities, low key. How be having like all the lights and stuff like this. Those be looking like mini cities. But I ain't gonna lie, like seeing this gives me nostalgia too. Okay, so let's see what the TV talking about. An old defective flat screen that your mom never bothered to bring to the curb. Can I read that one more time? Did I read that? Defective, yeah, I did read that right. Alright, what else can we look at? Mail, let's check that out. A letter from Shield Oil sits atop a stack of mail. Shield Oil community notice. Dear neighbor, please be advised. There will be elevated flaring at the site of our number 5 stack near Good Hope on the evening of Thursday, March 19th. This will pose no health risks to residents. The lies they probably telling. If that's the case, why you send me a warning then? If you have any questions or concerns, please contact the Shield and NORCO office's community engagement. So I wonder, whoever created this game, if this is a real location in real life, were they like, is this supposed to be based on their life or something, or a story of somebody from the town? Photo album. A family photo album. Let's take a wander. Yellowing pages of disposable photographs. Your grandfather mind map updated. Your grandfather, a peculiar look in his face, impossible to read. Your mom's more of a mind map update. So I guess when we look up in there, we're gonna be able to see like the images that we're talking about. Your mom's staring at Blake through the obscure lighting. He's dressed as a vampire, tugging at someone's waist. Pleated khaki shorts. A photo labeled ducks, scene of a barbecue on the lakefront. The man at the center points playfully at the camera. His face is obscured. I forgot what's the meaning of the word obscured. Obscured. What's that like? His face was, I don't know. Was it bogus or something? Turn the page and there's Blue, your father. Though you've never thought of him that way, his skin stained by the sun, a canister of dip shoved into the front pocket, his easy smile, his knowing eyes. You set the book aside. Laundry. Your mom's unfolded laundry. All there was today, I was just wondering, well, you can't get deep with no laundry. Books. You what's that? You peruse the titles on the bookshelf. The Western Margin of the Lake. Critiques of deliberate externality. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing these wrong. Fencelin Disapor. Which one screams out to me the most? I'm feeling this one low key. Shield has acquired much of Norco's most flood-resistant land through a variety of mechanism. Maderi and more, YX1Y, argue that one such mechanism is a process of deliberate externality. This theory posts that key corporate decision makers encourage the company to emit effluent and noxious substances into the environment with the explicit intentions of decreasing neighboring property values. What's the point in doing that though? Okay, so we're releasing gas so we can reduce the cost of neighboring property costs, of course, because nobody want to live by an oil refinery necessarily. But the point in doing that is for what? So if everybody leave the area, you can pump more fumes into the environment. Like you can increase the process of refining the oil, or is it to expand the oil refinery? Or is it to get people to leave and then big businessmen come in and then buy the houses and the land of the people that's leaving? Because if you own a house somewhere, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have to sell your house to somebody. You can't just get up and leave. And the worst part about that, for people that buy their homes, you buy a home in the hopes that maybe you can flip it after you leave, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe you just hope to flip it. Like at least you're expecting to get more for it, or the cost of your home, was nowadays 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get more for it. But what they saying is it's straight decreasing the cost. So if you do have to leave because of the gases, you're not even getting your money back. Big brain Eli in chat. Big brain Eli mode. This compels residents to sell their properties below market value to recollect as quickly as possible. Didn't I just say that? I know. You see, I might say the N word a lot. I might not look like your typical brainiac, but I don't pronounce stuff all the time correctly. Exalt. But one thing I do know is when somebody's trying to screw me.
My nigga.
That's one thing I do know. The criticism that this theory often receives is that it diminishes the importance of slavery and situating black residents along industrial fence lines, Jacob YX2D, up and down the Mississippi River. In the words of Carter YX2B, slavery was the deliberate externality from which Shield continues to profit. Pollution was never needed. I'm confused. Where do slavery come in on this? I don't really get that part. Then we read this told us a lot about it. Critics of deliberate externality. Dang, this game is deeper than we thought. So basically, everything that's going on from us, or I guess a lot of the sorrows of the people of our town, not exactly the character we're playing as, is coming from that oil refinery. So let's look at the western margin of the lake. Let's see how that looks. Many tragedies have come to pass along the western margin of Lake Pontchartrain. The unnamed hurricane of YW90 left the settlements of Refinery and La Branche in a state of unrecognizable destruction. Dang. Those who survived did so by clinging for their lives to the limbs of cypress trees. That's crazy. I know for a hurricane to come in, and we ain't talking about a tornado, we're talking about a hurricane. The force of that thing pulling on you, you gotta be squeezing on that tree. Crazy. The fables and secrets of those communities lie with the bones now scattered in the sediment of the lake. Dang. Fenceland diaspora. And if these are real cases and stuff, I'm actually glad to be getting educated on some of this stuff. It's just good to know stuff, y'all. And so I'm hoping y'all enjoying this, because I know this is not the most action-packed game, but it's very interesting. In the end, we decided to leave dimes. It wasn't the cat cracker or the smells or the fear for our children's health that drove us away, though they played a part. Truth be told, it was the media attention, the spokespeople and activists and academics and all this. I was done with it. I was done being a poster child, done being thought of as a victim. Talking about it wasn't it wasn't for your children's health. Out of anything, that been my main concern. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have kids. I hope when everybody have kids that their main concern is to better the life of their children. And you saying, nah, it wasn't because my kids was getting sick or anything, or possibly could get sick from the gas. That's not what made me leave. No, God forgive me if that's what made me leave. What made me leave was because I was tired of being played as a victim. Which in this case, you kind of are a victim. You know what I'm saying? You the victim of the men. The quote unquote the men. I ain't talking about no white men or no black men. The man could just be a nigga screwing everybody. And in this case, the person that's screwing everybody is whoever owned this NORCO company. Ain't this some? Talking about something I left because I felt I didn't want to be played as a victim no more. The pride of some people. Man, my kids was getting jacked up. We gone. I wanted my experience to be my own, not something to gawk at or deceased. What is that? Deceased? No, that ain't dissect. I mean, to gawk at or dissect in a laboratory. Dang. I like how the books that they own are books about the situation that's going on. A window unit. Man, I remember having one of these, bro. Well, let me stop capping. I don't think I never personally had one, but I think my grandma did. I remember her having one. The heat of spring will soon arrive, and the mildew air of the window unit will fill the room. I low-key like window units though, cause they not just only like, you know, cool down the room and stuff, but like I said, like the moisture from the outside comes inside the house too, and that don't be hidden. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy like the moisture from that sometimes. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we looked at everything up in this month. Couch, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're done here. I'm interested in going to the front yard, so let's check up out. Man, our front yard look terrible. Let's go back inside the house. Dang, boy. Backyard inside statue. I guess let's check out the Virgin Mary. Your grandfather's statue of the Virgin Mary sits in the shadow along the crawl space of the house. Cat, your mom fed the neighborhood strays. They must be hungry since she passed. So yeah, this is after the fact that our mom passed. So I guess we did. Okay, so I guess we did come back after our mother passed or something. Or maybe we never left. I don't know. That part still is like confused in my brain. Alright, let's check the backyard. Who in the world? Man, this game done kicked the weirdness up a notch. First, let's check our mind map before we talk to whoever Robotnik is over there. Yeah, why I say, yep, these are the faces of the pictures they were talking about. Blake, your brother, is oblivious. It's oblivious. I don't think Blake is oblivious from nothing, from everything we done seen. But what could he be? Like you're saying, he's oblivious, but he's oblivious to what? You know what I'm saying? I guess he's a lot. I just say that. Younger, reckless, gets in trouble, spends sleepless nights scrolling image boards. Yeah, he needs to stay off the internet though, in all them chat room. And edge lord or shift. Oh, I can say that. I thought that said shift, not that. Crap lord, a sensitive soul, compassionate, foolish, can take criticism, always needs money, tries to help those he loves, but often makes things worse. Wow. So this is why our mind is dark, bro. This is showing you how, even though like this is like your inner mind, like this is not holding back. Like I'm telling you how it is, how I see you as a person. And yeah, bro, she going in on him. What's that? Is this a girl we playing as? I don't think it is, but I don't know. I feel like it's a she. He often loves, but makes things worse. Dang. So she going in. What else? Enough? Nah, I don't hear what else you gotta say about him. Insecure, dysmorphic, constantly checking his reflection, always seeking validation. Dang, she going in on him. Was terrified of you leaving, and now he's terrified of you dying. He needs to get over it. When I think of him, all I feel is guilt and obligation. He needs to get over it. Nah, bro. That's something I feel like, how could you be mad at Blake for that? Your mother died, and now he's scared of you passing away too. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, I will say that seeking validation is always the wrong thing to do. Because when you seek for others' validation, you will start trying to fit in their frame of how, you know what I'm saying? You're going to start trying to morph yourself to check off their checklist when you need to be checking off your own checklist. If that makes sense. And what else they said? Dysmorphic, I don't know exactly what that means. Insecure, we all know what that means. Everybody got their own insecurities. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But she's saying insecure like he's, as a personality trait, like this man is generally insecure, which is weird. Always and constantly checking his reflection. What's wrong with looking at yourself? You know what I'm saying? I'd rather, like, I ain't constantly checking my reflection, but I do look at myself when you go pee, you look yourself up in the mirror. What's wrong with that? But anywho, let's get back to it. He needs to get over it. I think I should choose this. When I think of him, all I feel is guilt and obligation. Yeah, I wouldn't have said that, but I don't think oh well, never mind. I take that back. He needs to get over it, but if he don't, he don't. He been through a lot. No love or anything like it. Wait, what? When I think of him, all I feel is guilt and obligation. No love or anything like it. What? Is a lie. It's oblivious. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is what we just went through. Your grandma once said that she didn't expect much from Blake. She said he was short-term, oblivious, and couldn't focus. Is a lie. Oh, hold on. I'm thinking this repeated. Wait. Do we say it's a lot? I wish they let me go check my prior messages and stuff. Now I'm kind of confused. Cause it's a lot, I guess, was our first text option. So now we pick it's oblivious, and whoever their grandma is low-key bogus. Talking about she don't expect much from Blake. Blake, you just got it rough, bruh. Blake was sitting in a chair across from her, staring down at a tablet. After she left the room, you asked him how he felt. I feel fine, he said. Why? Hey, she wasn't lying though. Bro is mad oblivious. Or maybe he just capped up. Maybe he did hear what she said and didn't care. Because of what Grant said, you responded. He looked confused. What'd she say? Is a lot. I guess put it. Younger reckless gets in trouble. Not. Okay, yeah, so this is what we already put. Okay. So that's Blake, Catherine, Blue, Pops, Pierre. Why it's like a bald head dude right here? He really throwing me off. Bald head dude. Alright, let's see what Blue has to say. Blue is a vague memory. Oh, so that's why we don't even have a face of that person. You don't remember Blue, only the things he left behind. Photographs, cologne, tools, the name that your mother kept. Even the pictures that have survived are too faded to make out. It's a vague memory. Okay. Pops Pierre. So isn't Blue our father up in the game? Your grandfather Peter Pops Pierre Melicon. He passed away when you were a teenager. He seemed to court controversy, though as a child you never understood why. I still don't understand. Okay, you bringing up controversy for what? Your mom. Okay, yeah, we know she did. The cancer meta metastasized. It was in her liver, then her lungs, then it was in her brain. Dang, so it was in all her, like a decent good amount of like her major arteries. So that's jacked up. She was on chemo, never finished her third course. At the hospice on Jefferson Highway, Blake said the traffic shook the building. He left before she drew her last breath. Jacked up. Along with the morphine dripping the rattling glass, that's how Catherine died. Jacked up. Your mom. Finish that thought? Okay, now who this? Duck. An old friend of your mom's. Your memory of him is scattered and vague. I love how this game, when we have a vague memory or a memory of just somebody we don't recollect that much, if it's not scattered, like what was his name, Duck, is just not being shown. Like Blue, you can't even see how he even looked, or we don't even have an idea of how he really looked. And I think Blue's our dad. An old friend of your mom's, your memory of him is scattered and vague. Okay. Oh, we don't even have nothing to say about him. But what confuses me, why don't Blake or me have a face? And notice, peep this, y'all. In the back right there, it's a tree. And if I go to Blake, the red highlights, and if I go to me, the yellow highlights. Me, I guess we don't really feel nothing. We kind of, I guess, numb. Cause I don't know why we're not as sad as Blake if our mom just died. Blake is obviously sad, and then it's one more like a happy person. I have a feeling that's the person we're finna meet. Cause why the freak is there a robot up in our backyard? So who this? Front yard, kitchen. Okay. Motorcycle, pry bar. Alright, let's stop playing. Let's go ahead and talk to whoever this is. Million. Oh, Million. I remember they was like, Million was supposed to take care of our plant. So I think we made a robot. Million sits in her characteristic slouch, lost in thought. Her carapace has taken on the rusted and weather-worn quality of the rest of the machinery in the yard. You recall the night that your mom showed up with her. You and Blake stayed up past dawn, poring over paraded API docks. Her ragdoll mask was slumped on the floor as she wrote the routing procedure. So I'm assuming that our mom was a engineer of some sort, and Blake and I have an idea of how to write codes or something. And I guess that's how this robot is created, because ain't no way in the world that's a human. You wonder if such memories hide behind her constellation of eyes. The robot regards you casually. Speak. Move along. Let's speak to him. Dang, that mother raw. Kay, you're awake. So yeah, her name is Kay. So I'm assuming that's a female name. Kay? Yeah, Kay. Well, maybe that's unisex, but I'm feeling more of a female vibe coming from that. Couldn't sleep. Best sleeping years. I'm gonna stick with how the character's acting, because she acting real calm for her mom to just die. Best sleeping years. Catherine used to say the sound of the refinery gave you restless sleep. So stuff that we're saying previously is coming back up, because we said that we couldn't really sleep with that refinery noise in the beginning. Your return home must have been quite exhausting. In any case, I'm certain I was no help. I ain't got nothing to say about that. She gestures towards the motorcycle at the edge of the carport. I was turning over the engine on the bike to test the coils. It was quite noisy, but they're in good shape now. All I need is a fuse and we can use it to get around while I finish repairing the truck. Okay, that's cool. I heard the phone ringing inside, but I had my hands full. Where can I get a fuse? Were you expecting a call? Why would so many people be calling? Where can we get a fuse? Why would so many people be calling? I'm confused. She only said, well, the robot only said one call, and we saying, why so many people calling? Well, your mama did just die. I'm just still shocked on how nonchalant the character is about that. Let's see what she got to say about that. Your mother left behind a lot of loose ends. From what little I know, I gathered she was conducting research for a collector in Mediterranean? I don't know how to pronounce that. I sense that many people would like to acquire that data. I'm unaware of where she has hidden it. Perhaps Blake knows its whereabouts. Who exactly will want to see the data? Who is the collector? Who exactly wants to see the data? I feel like that's more important. Your mother spent her entire life researching this town. She knew histories that others have forgotten. So I assume that this NORCO company and stuff, after now seeing this fat robot, that this is not a real situation in real life. Or maybe it is, but I don't expect it to be now seeing a whole robot right here. History has a lot of value in this place. Now, who is the collector? I haven't a clue. These aren't things she discussed with me. As the cancer spread, she became more guarded with her research. Even to the robot? She finally worried herself to death. Oh, you bogus. I took her knowledge for granted. She always kept strange company. I took her knowledge for granted, because look at what you're talking to right now. Your mother had a lot to teach, but she wasn't always the easiest person to get along with. Robot got whole personality. Says Shorty, she was cool, but she ain't the easiest person to be cool with. So anyway, where can we get a fuse? Yeah. The gas station just up the road has them, but you may have to persuade Troy to let you in. Okay, were you expecting a call? Yeah. Didn't we already mention that? Okay, many people have been calling since Catherine died. Your brother is usually the one to answer the phone, but I don't know where he went off to. He's useless. I wonder where he could be. Likely at the bar or bookstore, if I had to guess. Or can we get... Okay, that's all. So we already know that motorcycle jacked up. The truck, he said, was jacked up. I guess let's check the kitchen before we try to go look for that fuse. Oh, it's the attic too. It's so many little things we can just talk, you know what I'm saying? Observe. Pills, let's check that out. Your mom's painkillers are spilled across the kitchen table. Interesting. Hopefully, Blake hasn't been, you know what I'm saying, popping them jumps. Seems like he's very distorted after his mom died. You've discovered so many dead cockroaches in the microwave over the years that it's discouraged you from using it. Do the same for me too, if that was the case. For several months, a dead baby roach was stuck between the clock's display and the unprotected screen. Ugh. Blocking the hour. Blake finally shook the microwave aggressively enough that the roach fell into the guts of the machine. So y'all was nasty. As much stuff your mama was making, she wasn't getting no money off it. I guess she was just doing it because she enjoyed it. So I can see why she would want to leave leave home. But what I don't see is why the lack of love it seemed that she had for her mom though. You are always frightened by the laundry room. I don't really see nothing scary about it. So now we up in the attic. Oh man, that what in the world? And that little elephant doll staring the crap out of us. Staring at us like a mug. So one can use one thing up in here, which is look at one thing, which is the boxes. There used to be much more clutter up here. You imagine your mom gave it away as the end approached. Let's check our mind map real quick. Million. Yeah, millions that smiley face that we needed. Now we got the 3. So let's see what million's all about. Million was a security android fugitive. A security android? She guarded the perimeter of the aluminum refinery in Gramercy. One day she ran away. Why? You don't know. Million? So, wait, let me check that again. Million was a fugitive? Once a fugitive, now just a relic. Relic? That's kind of booty. Wouldn't just be a relic, like, do I have a purpose? A relic is something I just imagine you look at, not something that really has. Well, I guess a relic does have a purpose, I guess. She spends hours in stasis beneath the house like any discarded thing would. Million. Gets finished up. Was anything else up in the attic? Nope. Let's go back down to the kitchen. Wait, it's to say that's another thing. Oh, I guess more information on Blake. Your brother. Because he lied. Younger, reckless, blah, 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 blah. We read that, blah, blah, blah. But I don't get it. So they had us click on them for what? Your mom was conducting research. Yeah. For who? For a collector material. Oh, your mom. Finished thought. Now we just unlocked another piece. The collector. Your mom was conducting research for a collector and material. That's all you know. Surprisingly, this is telling me that mean we had to know something of the collector for us to even have like a vague image of them. So that means we know who the collector is. We just don't have a face, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but we know who the collector is supposed to be, I guess, or have an idea of it. Home. Shield Refinery. Alright. So I guess the next thing we'll do is go to the first let's see this. We ain't read this. Your mom's old cylinder 350cc bike. It has extensive rust and wear. Was there anything else back here? Pry bar. A steel pry bar sits upon the overturned boil pot. Refinery. The towers of the refinery wink in a subtle, familiar rhythm. Crabman. A distinguishing crabman. Blue taught your mom how to make these, and your mom taught you. In the summers, you'd bike to the suction before sunrise, tied chicken next to the bottom ring of your net, submerge it, sit there nursing your coffee while the swamp raised its voice. You come home with a dozen or so crabs snapping and writhing in a burlap bag. You assume your mom hasn't been out on the water much this past year. Yeah, she was dying.
You need to leave.
What she was supposed to do. Alright, let's look at our mind map again. Shield is an oil refinery. Yeah, we know that. Shield of Gulf South is a regional subsidiary of a transitional oil empire. It holds a large share of leases in the Gulf of Mexico and refines crude oil right here in NORCO. The chemical annex sits on the other side of the town from the refinery. It produces the feedstock for plastic consumer products. So pretty much y'all buy all the bad chemicals. Shield owns half the town. It pretty much is the town. Okay. So Shield is pretty much takes up a decent amount of space, let alone does all this stuff for these companies and these organizations. So I guess the next thing we'll do is get the fuse for the motorcycle, and then I guess after we get that, we'll be able to travel more on the map and stuff like that. But anywho, y'all, I thank y'all for watching the video today. I hope you guys enjoy. We are 1 subscriber away from 100 subscribers, which I'm very excited. It's been a long time coming for this. Like just the other day, I was paying attention to like just my channel and stuff like that, and I noticed that I've been making videos for like 2 years now, and I know it was a lot of times where I used to what's it called? Well, let me stop I know I want to say that I was down on, and I just didn't feel like keep pursuing YouTube, but I'm just thankful that I'm reaching 100 subscribers and that I came so far when it comes to this, because I know a lot of people that gave up way before this and things like that, but I'm just not the type of guy to give up, you know. I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna keep persevering, and yeah, I just thank any of y'all that watch my videos through from beginning to end, whether it's just to support me or just because you like my videos. I really do appreciate it, and it keeps me going. And what else I gotta say? 1 subscriber away from 100 subscribers. If you're new, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. And yeah, have a blessed day, y'all, man. Stay up. I'm out.